American people are worried about what's going on here in Washington. But we're here. The press, the House. Where's the Senate? Have we noticed that recently there's been a postponement in many of the laws that are set forth to go into action here in Washington? Most people aren't familiar with the legislature that has come before the floor here. Take the time to read it. Look up the HERO Act. It's about 1,800 pages. And what you find is it becomes repetitious. It's the funding to fight this COVID-19, this coronavirus, but also it's the very funding that is set forth for the states, providences, that is set forth across this nation, across the world. $3.5 trillion. Now, how can we spend $3.5 trillion? Don't they have a budget? Isn't there a cap? Something to keep us from going into inflation, from increasing the cost of living that's set forth for this country? Why, yes, there is. 1985 Budget Efficiency, Budget and Control Act, set forth from Ronald Reagan. Now, that was years ago. But yet, they found a loophole. But for them to pass this legislation, they have to have both the Senate and the House to pass this, as well as the presidential vote. And it seems they've been pushing it back, bringing it towards the election in November. Now, interestingly enough, they're wanting to close down some of the voting stands that we would have. They want us to vote by proxy. Well, today, they've come together to vote on this, to be able to change the very head of the United States Postal Service and to look for corruption set forth in the upcoming election. But I want to speak about something that deeply concerns me. It is not only the $3.5 trillion that is set forth to go into the next election, but it is furthermore the understanding that there is protests going on within this nation, all across the world. We look at instability within our nation, within our economy, within our churches. But if I want to look towards what's going on, what I end up seeing is a new opportunity for this nation to come together. We should take our time in observing these laws. If we understand that $3.5 trillion that no one has protested to either come before the floor for a vote or in protest of passing it is significant in comparison to the $100 billion that is set forth and protested through the streets and even all the way down Pennsylvania Avenue earlier this year, in this last month, and in the next few days there's another hearing and also another protest. They have Black Lives Matter Plaza set forth at the White House, while months ago they had anti-American slogans, propaganda set forth all across our nation's capital. Hundreds of workers went to restore the quality and the beauty of this great city. That is the same thing that has gone on throughout this entire nation. We have to do something to restore the quality of this nation and set it forth before we end up destroying it. If we end up looking towards that, it is going to change the very dynamics of the society that we live in, and we need to build. We need to change that and look towards building a new nation. If we look towards that very opportunity to take this struggle and strife of this society and of this time, we can work together to build forth a better future, a better nation, and a new opportunity. I want you to join us online and our congressmen and our support for our elected officials to build a better nation, to build hope, and to build a new door for opportunity, for us to walk through and for us to build a new nation with trust in our government, with our elected officials, and with the hope that we have set forth for our children and our children's children. God bless. God bless America, and I'll see you.